What is going on, Shedheads, and welcome back to the Green Room. That's right, it is Friday night, and if you guys didn't know, it's build-off time, guys, and we're going shootout style, head-to-head action, both start, and who knows, maybe finish at the same time. Never happened here before, so maybe tonight's the night. If not, of course, first one to blow the cloud wins the build-off. We will still be taking times. I'll be doing them off this side, and then, of course, give you official times after said build-off has been done. Normal rules apply. You know what I mean? You only can use what you have on your desk. You know what I mean? But of course, if you don't have it there, you're going to have to search for it during the build because no timeouts. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you have every tool you think you are going to need or may need at least out. Make sure you have your single strip of cotton ready to be wicked into your vessel because, of course, this is another vessel boro build-off. Make sure you got your coil ready to go. You can have your vessel already on the mod, screwed down, post holes open, ready to accept your coil. And, we'll kind of go over the rules one last time right before we start, but you guys have been here around for some time. Sean's definitely been around the block on these build-offs quite a bit. And Georgia Boy, I definitely have seen you out in the chat. So you pretty much know how these things go. But with that being said, before we get into the build-off, let's start off with what we may be vaping on. I'll start off with Chris because me and Chris are going to be doing a little color commentary during this. And I'm curious to see what he's going to be vaping on during this color commentary. So Chris, what you got, bro?
Okay, well, hopefully the dog will be chill for like the 30 seconds it's going to take. So I'm going to be real quick. I'm going to be vaping the Apocalypse 2. I'm just going to call it the Apocalypse because nobody ever talks about the original Apocalypse, even though it's called the Apocalypse V2. But it's going to be the cotton candy one right here, just like this. I'm quickly re-wicking it. I got the purple to pink color changing chop top. And it's just kind of go with like the cotton candy vibe. Like that's like what I was thinking. Honestly, though, the setup is not like the most matchy, but all colors kind of go well together in my opinion. And it's gonna go on top of the Clutch Dual X18. And I'm gonna just be vaping some DIY. It's like basically like my take on like a berry cobbler. I haven't released the recipe yet. I'm sure that I eventually will. I'm kind of like been working on it. It's like maybe like the third rendition. It's like more of like a wild berry. Like it's definitely not strawberry. There's no strawberries in this. So it's more of like a darker berry, like a little bit of like blackberry, maybe like a little bit of like huckleberry, like certain things like that. But I'm liking it so far. And yeah, that's basically all that I'm gonna be vaping on. So I'm gonna just pass it to you, James. Or should we go down to these guys that are gonna be building? Like what?
No, we'll get to them later. You know what I mean?
Okay,
They're the stars.
They're
of the
gonna
show
be the
tonight,
star
so
later. Yeah,
exactly. Right now, it's our time, Chris. You know what I'm saying? And
shine, boys, shine.
For right now, bro. If you guys are watching a Cloud Check this morning, then you kind of know how this goes. For me, I've got one setup, maybe two things going on, but the main thing is the Dreamer RDA2 setup. Got the nice pine chop top from DHD on top to match that nice green AFC ring. Breezestone's triple 26s. You can never go wrong, especially for a mech build. It's like one of my go-tos, to be completely honest with you. 26 gauge triple core alien. Bro, banger. of a mech build, if you ask me. And then, of course, Homeboy Mango. This is like my 237th bottle. I don't fucking know anymore. It's a lot, but it's fucking good. That's why I vape it. So that's it. I've also been using this thing quite a bit the past couple days. The old M-Turk Homeboy side piece Fuji Apple 20 milligram disposable. It's been like my pocket vape at work lately, you know, which is kind of nice because I could just kind of slip it out of my pocket, take a quick little hit as I'm running my machine, and I don't have to, you know, worry about chucking a fat old cloud, and I can still get my little nick fix. Gotta say, these things are actually pretty nice. And I've also still running the old Blotto on top of the Og Vape Foxy one. This is the one that we built last week. Single coil action. It's got a single breeze tones in there, I believe, with 6 milligram LC with a nice ghost chop top from DHD on top of there. And yeah, that's mainly what I've got going for my little vape buffet for the night. And let's get into the challenger tonight. The guy who called Sean out, because you guys know Sean has kind of been, you know, the build off, you know, champion, reigning champion for quite some time now. He's got probably the most titles, the most wins in the build off series. And I was pretty curious to see Georgia Boy just come straight out, not even, you know, a few minutes after we finished the build, and said, Sean, I want to take you on, bro. It's going down. So Georgia Boy, what you vaping on, brother? And let us know how you're feeling going into the build off.
Feeling good, feeling confident. That's for sure. I'm a pretty quick builder of the Boro devices, so we shall see. And I'm rocking the Boxer Boro. I got Voltrove RBA in there with some baked pistachio delight, and I'm running my Stubby 21 with the Curse 2 RBA with a little bit of deep cuts raspberry cruller. That's it for me. Short and simple.
All right. And of course, make sure you also have your Pulse device ready and in hand, because of course, you know, that's the device that's going to be used for this here build off. And Sean, what do you got there, my friend?
Dude, just before Sean goes, I just want to say something real quick. I can't believe the confidence of this, dude. Man. Like Jeremy is like he's like literally pumping his own tires. I like kudos to you. Sorry, go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, so I already lost my train of thought about that.
Dude, I'm really sorry. I just had to say it. I tried to jump in fast enough that wouldn't happen, but I obviously did not succeed.
You good, man. You good. But yeah, I've been looking forward to this one. So let's just get into it then. I got the old Bonaspati today through the trusty RDA2 on top, because I mean, when you got something that vapes like this, why bother getting something different out? So I've been ripping that, and because I grabbed a fresh battery right before the start of the show, she's chucking tits.
Nothing better than a fresh battery, bro.
And I dove back into this guy.
Where's my strawberry something, huh?
Yeah. Where's my focus button for all the homies out there? There we go. That focus said go kick rocks, buddy. There it goes. Yeah, that's strawberry something. The old classic from Deep Turd, if you will. And you know what? Because it's an RDA2 and, you know, Turd's hands are in both of these, it feels kind of right. And I'm enjoying it, man. I get a little bit more of the cheesecakey component that's kind of tucked in there, and I'm really digging it right now. Of course, you know, it's got to be that number one airflow on here. So yeah, I'm ready to rip it. Let's do this.
Hell yeah, dudes. So before we get into this build off, guys, make sure you guys get your votes in the chat as far as who you think is going to win in the poll. And then, of course, we'll take some official times. What time do you think Sean's going to get? What time do you think Georgia Boy's going to get? I will remind you guys that I believe Sean built his last time in under 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was 2 something. I do not remember the time.
Pretty quick time. I think it was under 2:30. It was pretty close to around that. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. I'm sure Addy Tooney, if you're around, you might have the list. But if not, fast time to beat, ladies and gentlemen. You know, This ain't nothing,
Well,
you know, whatever. I was trying to think of a funny term, but I couldn't think of anything. So
No,
it's gonna be
I
a good
think
one.
that like it's gonna take a serious effort. Hopefully Jeremy's confidence kind of like rolls into his building abilities today. Do we know, is it like the challenger goes first, lays down the time for the champ,
No,
or is
we're
it the other
doing
way
this.
around?
We're doing this shootout style, head
Oh,
to
so it's
head,
a head,
held
baby.
together.
So no
that sort
head
of
games.
situation. No.
It's just like, hey, you just lay it down there.
The
real
only
quick.
head
Okay,
games
okay,
are
okay.
going to be the two of us giving color commentary of the two of them, because obviously they're not going to be watching each other build, so they're only going to be hearing
I
the
get
comments
that.
we're saying as the thing goes, which is going to be a lot of fun for me
Can
personally.
I give you all my little test run time that I did yesterday?
We did a little test run
Here, hold on.
practice run,
Let me
huh?
make a guess first. So I'm gonna say that Sean's gonna do it in 2 minutes 21 seconds. And I'm gonna say, because Georgia boy is coming in here with the confidence that he's definitely got a sub 3 minute under his belt. I'm gonna say he's gonna do it in 2:37.
Oh, okay. 221 for Sean, 237 for Georgia boy. I don't have a guess yet. I just want to watch. You know what I mean?
I timed myself yesterday and I did it in 2:04.
Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, so
Yep.
one thing that we got to do before we get into the official build-off, there's one thing that happens on the weekends over in the shed that you guys might want to know, a little bit about. So let's find out what's new in the shed.
Yo, so this is a cool one. We of course talk about our friends over there at the beautiful, glorious facility that is Dynavap, because they hold us down, they hook us up, they take care of us. So we gotta holler.
They make great
we
products.
we love ourselves some Dynavaps, and so of course we kick off talking about that. But we get into a lot of big event talk, going to big concerts, big sporting events, things like that. And that, naturally leads into what we talk about music theory and the power of collaboration. So, everything is possible when you listen to the Shed Time podcast. You should go check it out. You can find it at shedtimepodcast.com or at any streaming platform you want. And that's what's new in the shed.
Hell yeah, brother. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. We're going over the rules one last time for a quick refresher when it comes down to this Boro build-off, because it is slightly different from the normal build-off. Of course, as we said, you can use whatever tools you think you may need for this build-off. You have them out on your desk ready to rock. Screwdrivers, tweezers, scissors, coil rods, those sorts of things. You're also going to need your single coil out ready to rock. You're going to need your single strip of cotton ready to go to be inserted into your coil. You're going to have, once the build is done and you've got your coil installed, wicked, and juiced, you have to completely fill your Boro tank, or as close to full as you can get without, of course, making a mess or whatever. If there's a little bubble at the top, we'll let it slide. But you get it as full as you absolutely can without, of course, making a mess. And then once that's done, you're going to install the Boro, screw down your flush nut, drop your drip tip in, or if you even want to maybe put your drip tip in the flush nut, screw it down, and maybe try it that way, hey, that's up to you. You know what I mean? You make that call. But once that's said and done, you're going to have to take a nice drag off of it. First one to blow a cloud is the official winner of the build-off. So it looks like Sean's got all of his things set up there to regulation. I have no quarries here when it comes down to that. So Georgia boy, whenever you're ready, bro, go ahead and give us your camera angle if we can, so we can kind of see what you got going on down there. Once again, get those votes in chat. We got J Blaze Coil saying Sean 243, Georgia boy 327. We got,
Mind you, he posted that
like
before he heard about Georgia Boy's practice run.
Yeah,
I will say that, like, even that's not terrible. Like, if Georgia boy ends up getting a 327, like, that's a very respectable
dude.
time,
That's about what I got.
I mean, being on camera, anything can happen.
And that's
on camera.
That was actually, as you say, and what my point was going to be before Chris had to jump in, was that being on the camera and having the pressure of the timer and all of that really does change things. Like you guys have probably seen us do this 100 times now, and we've even had people who, just like Georgia boy, have done test runs prior, done great, and then the pressure of just being on camera and being timed caused them to fumble somewhere and cost them some of that time they thought they were going to have. It's a crapshoot, and you don't know what's going to happen. You just got to give it your all and hope for the damn best.
Valerian still just says, I can't sub an hour on the vessel. That's good, dude. So, all right, looking at Georgia Boy's setup here, he's got, that's the one thing too. You can have your liquid out. Pro tip, take your cap off.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys that one. All right,
That's the freebie.
Freebie. Looks like he's got all of his tools sitting there. He's got his vessel screwed down on top of a regulated mod, which is another key component to these build offs. We only build on regulated mods during these build offs because you want to be safe first and foremost. Not only that, but that way you can check to make sure the resistance is what it's supposed to be, or if you have any shorting issues, you find out about it before you go and try to vape on it and blow your face off. You know what I mean? We got to be safe, guys. Regulated mods I always suggest for building, period. If you've got a DNA, I really recommend a DNA because it's probably one of the most accurate of chips when it comes down to the old resistance reading. So with that being said, it looks like these guys are all set up, ready to go. Any last guesses in chat on what do you guys think of these times? I really want to. I want to drag this out a little bit. I want the anticipation to build, baby. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna help me just to chill out, and hang out for a minute anyway. So it's kind of
all right,
everything relaxed and going.
Are you sure chilling and being relaxed is what you want, though?
True.
Yo, he's getting in your head.
Maybe you need those jitters. Maybe that's what makes you go fast.
Don't let him get in your head.
All right. Okay, guys, here we go. We're gonna get ready to do this. Let me get my clock ready so I can take down these official times here. Boom. All right. Okay. You guys ready?
So ready.
Already.
All right, Shedheads. One last guess. Another changed his guess. Jay Blaze is saying 247, Sean. 252, Georgia.
Ooh.
Boy. Mallory Gates says 337 for Sean.
Ooh.
Oh, all right.
She missed the last one.
330 for Georgia Boy.
That's shade.
All right, so here we go, guys. Vessel build off, shootout style starts in 3, 2, 1, build. Clock has started. The official shootout style build off has begun. I'm really curious to see how this goes down. I have seen Sean do this plenty of times in the past, but this is the first time I'm ever seeing Georgia Boy compete in the build off sort of situation. I will say, like you said at the beginning, Chris, his confidence kind of has me rethinking my initial thoughts at first, because obviously, I'm kind of leaning towards Sean because, I've seen him do this in the past really quickly, but I've got to say so far right now, they're pretty neck and neck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty close. Close.
Looks like Sean's already working into, setting in that coil.
Set.
I don't see any
obvious.
obvious.
That looks good from here.
Yeah. Going in for a little pro tip drip on the wick there. Georgia Boy's still
readjusting.
Going for a little fire there.
Don't forget to show us once you feel confident. They got it clear.
Sean's doing pretty well so far, ladies and gentlemen. Going for a little snippety snap on the wicks.
I can see it good.
It's kind of blown out. If you think it's good, I'm gonna let you have it.
Yeah, that looks good, bro.
Yep.
I watched it as it cooled down. Sean's going for a little liquid on the wicks, popping the top on there. It's gonna be a pretty good time for Sean.
Man, Sean's holds together way better than mine.
Yeah, I will say that.
I will say though, he did that.
I believe he's got the V2 vessel that came with the 1.5 because I gave him the newer version when I sent him it. Because I had already used the other one, so I sent him the new one. You know what I mean? Just to be cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's what homies do.
Sean's literally just filled it up.
Filled up, looks good.
He's showing it.
Going for the drip.
Damn it, boy! He got me.
Boom.
It was Sean's time. All right, well, George Boy, just make sure that you don't fuck up, bro. You can't win now. Now you just got to beat the time that people were guessing. You got to prove the people wrong. Let's see a sub 3 minutes. I have no idea what the time is right now, but you're going, Sean.
I'll tell you
He
what.
just continues to reign, champion supreme.
Champion Supreme, Sean.
You know, I will say I can't tell exactly what Georgia Boy's doing right now. He's a little bit off camera, but
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
you're good,
no,
dude.
you're good.
That's
You're
the
good.
one thing about building on stream that's a pain in the ass is staying in frame, bro. Trust me, I struggle
Yeah,
with
it
it
looks
myself.
like you're good.
I just got
See
to
right
say,
there,
Screw
everybody?
in.
Sorry, Sean. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Dragon Shake. Awesome right now in this.
Yeah, I haven't had 3 milligram dragon shake in a minute. It's
See,
only
so
been
Georgia
12.
Boy went at it a different way. See, Sean, his he managed to keep his on and unscrewed it at the same time, where Georgia Boy put his vessel on, or like the tank section on, made sure it didn't short. Then he had to take it
Flip
off.
the base
to
around,
then
Georgia Boy.
remove it. You know what I mean?
Flip the deck around, Georgia Boy.
Yeah, flip
Oh,
it.
I got it fucking. Yeah, you're right. It's been a while since I built it.
Going for the installation. Make sure you
Remember-
don't forget to fill.
Yeah, full fill. I don't even know if that was English. Full fill. There we go. I was like, fill full.
Sorry, I know I keep coming on camera. I should have sent in my camera different.
No, you're good. We can't. Right now, we can just your hand. So as long as you can show us like the
Just
very
real
small
quick.
bubble.
Boom.
That looks good.
Long
Yeah,
water.
that looks good to
Love
me.
it.
Oh, good job.
More than acceptable. Ernst, somebody will beat Sean.
We
Like,
just
here's
had-
the fact.
boom.
Like,
Time
if-
has been stopped.
okay.
All
I'll
right.
finish my thought after. Let's hear the times.
First time for Sean. Believe it or not, ignore the first, the top two, but the red lap. Focus. 1 minute, 53.
Damn.
1 minute,
He was
53 seconds and 70
Sub
milliseconds, and then the
2
top time
minutes.
right here is
Mine,
Georgia
342.
Boys, 3:42.94. So Sean not only
Did you beat your last time?
got under sub 3, but he actually squeezed it even quicker to a sub 2 minute time.
He progressed.
Wow.
Well, I
Wow.
told you guys I made a lot of mistakes in the last one. I fumbled in a handful of
I watched
places.
you on this one, bro. Very fluid. Very fluid,
clean
bro.
this
I
whole
didn't
Definitely were
see
like
it.
run.
very calm.
I didn't see a single hiccup, bro. You moved through it very, calculated. You know what I mean? No extra movements, bobbles, or nothing like that. Georgia Boy, I think the pressure came on there midway. Once
Yeah.
you kind of heard where Sean was at, I think the pressure hit you.
I didn't know.
and you
When
kinda
said
felt-
He was, yeah.
I felt it. I saw it.
I will
man.
say though,
He
like,
was
that
like-
was like a very good effort. Like,
Absolutely,
going
for you-
sub
for-
4 minutes. It's not like the most simple thing.
I think
And honestly, like, there was a couple of little advantages that I think Sean had, like that. If he does have the V2 tank, like just seeing that time, it's clearly not going to cut off enough time for you to beat Sean. But just
he
seeing
had
the
to
little
beat
things
two.
that he had, which like, I'm not saying that would make a difference for me, but I know that that's one of those stressful things that you have. Like for me, like when I was unscrewing it, I was like being very careful. Never could have got sub 2 minutes. Like Sean's clearly, that step ahead. But
Yeah,
just even seeing that, like if it had been really close, I'd be like, oh
yeah,
man, I
Sean's
wonder
got
if
a
like Georgia.
the
you know what I mean?
O-ring on the bottom of his is just a tiny bit bigger.
Yeah.
To where it's actually fits a little bit snugger on there.
But I think
Yeah,
that honestly,
the
like
the new one
Georgia
is
Boy,
better.
just what I'll say is that was very good, dude. For
Very
the first time
commendable.
on camera, and especially
Absolutely.
going head to head, where we are like we're telling you like how far along Sean is, and like you're kind of playing that catch up. The fact that you didn't have a catastrophic failure is kind of a W. The fact that you broke 4 minutes, I think that was really good.
I don't
So
think
good for
there's
you.
many people that can come on here and put down a sub 4 minute time. Not only in a build off, but a Boro of all things, which is definitely
And when you called it out,
definitely more.
you put a lot of pressure on yourself just by calling it out.
It's a more complex of a build than like an RDA sort of situation, because with that you just put your coils, your wicks, your drip, and you vape. With this one, you gotta put your coil in, you gotta wick it, you gotta put it together, you gotta put it in the mod, you gotta fill it, you gotta screw it down, then there's a lot more steps involved in a Boro build off.
Oh, it's fun.
But
bro.
I will say,
love
dude-
building, so it's all fun and game. It's all fun.
Yeah. Well done, though. Well done.
Very, very
Oh,
commendable
yeah.
time. If anybody else out there thinks they can, maybe take. Sean's not the only one on this panel that can build, you can call out Chris or myself. You know what I mean? I know he's the guy that
What?
everybody wants to beat, but sometimes you got to get through us to get to Sean. You know what I'm saying?
Get a few laps under
So-
on the track
So
before you
throw a call out, Chris or my way. You know what I mean? Just shoot us an email. Hey, I want to take on Frames, or hey, I think I could take on Chris. I will remind you guys. I know I'm not gonna say that. That's not cool.
Hey,
Anyway,
look, I have no shame in coming
what
back
were you
on
gonna,
and
like,
doing
say,
something
like,
different, bro.
challenge
Like,
me in the goon or
I'll
something?
challenge you.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I was gonna.
Well-
I was
Well,
gonna
here's
say.
the thing, right?
Chris
Like,
does have a
Georgia
pretty long time on this thing, so you have a pretty good chance there. And I will say I probably have some of the longer times as well. You know what I mean? So
I definitely have the longest. Like I'm
oh,
officially the
and
only
you
person that's not
record
finished,
breaking,
you know?
yeah, record breaking for
Yeah.
sure.
I think Georgia Boy has to come on now and do like an addy that all four of us have, and we can do one of those.
Is that a call out there as well from Kevin K
Oh.
against Uncle
Uh-oh.
Chris?
For what?
He
What-
hasn't
what-
said. He just says
He says he'd
I
come
want
on
to take on
Mr.
Uncle Chris. Or take on Mr. Chris, because he has come on, and I have battled Kevin K, and unfortunately, he had to take the L on that one. Fortunately, I took the dub. But I'd be curious to see what you and Kevin K could do.
Yeah, I'm down, Kev. If
you-
we can figure it out.
Yeah,
we can figure it out.
We'll get
Yeah,
togethers in the
coordinate that.
Discords. You guys figure out what Addy, and then of course we'll narrow down a time and we'll knock that out. I will also say, still hasn't been written in stone yet, but there will be a coming soon Type 2 RTA build off with Mr. Grim Green.
that is an
Dude, I'll
RTA.
tell you what.
That's
If I
gonna
can
be-
do that in sub 5 minutes, I will
That's
feel
a-
pretty fucking like
Yeah.
chest out. Like I will.
It's gonna be a good one.
I'll be like
100%.
fucking yo, what's up?
I-
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like I genuinely think that it's possible, but it's another one of those you have to do everything right to be under 5 minutes, because
tell
the
you one-
wicking on that is atrocious.
I tell you one that I got my practice on that's like that is the Rebirth RTA, the dual core by Mike Vapes. That sucker was a pain in the
Oh,
ass,
dude, I'll fucking wreck you on that. Like, no
Like,
joke. Like
you have
I
to
don't even
tuck
need to
in
call
each-
out anybody on that shit. If anybody has one and they want to challenge me, fucking let's go.
Dude,
Okay.
I would
I've used
love
that
to
RTA
see-
a lot though.
I would love to see that. To be honest,
Yeah.
Chris, I've got one of those RTAs.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
have
all
one
do.
anymore, so I can't. I
Fucking
don't
get
have
it.
one
The
anymore,
Rebirth?
so-
You have a
I don't
Rebirth?
have it.
Sean?
Didn't Chris send us?
No, that was the intake.
That was the intake duel.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know-
Another of my Vapes
sent-
products. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got
I knew
like
you
a
sent us a
1,000,
Mike
but-
Vapes RTA
Yeah.
to do a build off on.
Yeah, no, that was the intake duel. The Rebirth RTA.
Ah.
I have one
Yes.
right, like literally right here.
It has four
is my gold
individual
one.
wicking ports. Four individual wicking.
You know what it's honestly like, Sean? It's basically like it's like if the axial was turned into an RTA.
Yeah,
It's like the same deck
deck's the
as an
same.
axial, basically. The only difference is this bottom airflow. So instead of like the axial, where like you can kind of keep them like high and tight, on the Rebirth, you gotta like definitely like you gotta fucking get them out.
Yeah, you gotta bring
Ah,
it.
you
Because
gotta
your
get that nice
airflow is like
ball,
on the sides. Yeah.
And if you don't get that cotton in there right, it will choke it bad. Like it'll choke it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
you know what? Like honestly, I'm gonna say this. Like I might be just shooting myself in the foot, but if you guys can beat me and it vapes as good as me, I'll just never vape it again. Like that's how confident I feel.
I will shelf it.
And like I actually really like the RTA, so that would devastate me, but I would do it.
real,
Just because it is a little bit more difficult, but like I've kind of got it down.
real quick as well, Country Boy says takes about 10 minutes to re-wake a dual coil RDA because of my OCD. No way I could compete in the build up. I'll tell you what, dude. When I'm building for myself, other than a build off, you would be surprised on how long it takes me to wick something, bro. Because I am
I was having to remind myself.
I am very particular with how I like my wicks in my RDAs, RTAs, or any atomizer for that matter. So when I'm building for pleasure and not for competition, oh, dude, I'll take 15 minutes.
100%. I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but I just got the cotton in there. Didn't
Yeah.
give a fuck
No,
how
no,
it looked.
no fluff, no,
nothing.
not he.
Cut,
Boom, boom, bam,
go.
go. You know what I
Right.
mean?
But here you go. There's a pro tip for everybody.
I will say this though, of the many times that I have done that in a build off, went pretty damn good, bro. Like I
No,
vaped
I'm-
on that same atomizer multiple times for like a week, and I was like, damn, dude, for a 2-minute build, This ain't bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will say this though. I do want to get myself a V2 vessel, and me and Sean go at it again.
The only difference
ahead.
is it's not necessarily a V2 vessel. It's just when they did the 1.5, they just put a slightly bigger O-ring on the base. That's the only difference.
Oh, so he just had the 1.5. I thought he had the V2.
No,
there's the mini that come with
No.
it.
He's
Yeah,
got
no.
it's the original
Okay.
vessel, but it's like the 0.5, so it's got like a slightly bigger O-ring.
it's got
That's
Yeah.
okay.
it's the
My,
one where
my
they
bottom O-ring is a little bit more robust.
yeah, it's a little bit
Because I wasn't looking up,
a little bit thicker. You know what I mean?
No,
It's-
honestly, like visually, like from the angle that James and I could see, like I could see no difference. Personally, the
They
only
look-
thing I
they look
noticed was
exactly
when
the
Sean
same.
was
they're exactly
like,
the same.
when he was unscrewing it on the mod. That was like where I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy!" Like I can't do that shit with mine.
They're exactly the same. The only difference is the O-ring that holds the base
Yeah,
down.
you can see just how I've got a little bit
It's a lot
fatter of an
thicker.
O-ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure. But I'll tell you what, she is vaping like a champ. I mean, this is at a 3.6 right now.
But I had
No,
to remind
3.7.
myself when I was getting my cotton tucked, and I had to remind myself this is a build up. It's not a regular, because I started to, because one side was a little off, and so I started trying to pull it one way to get it evened up, and it was like, fuck, what are you doing?
Hey man, it happens, bro. Wicking is
Man.
always the most make or break situation when it comes to the build offs. It either can make a build
Oh, facts.
or it will break a build 1000%.
You've seen people that are like behind, right? When it would be like head, or like they'd be like, "Yo, we're at 2.5 minutes or whatever," and somebody's like way behind where somebody else might have been, and like somehow, like they just managed to wick it in like 10 seconds, where the other person took like 35, and that's the difference in the end.
Yep.
It is a make or
Yep.
break situation sometimes.
Well, to be fair, too, I think what slowed me up was when I put my coil in. I realized that the legs were a little longer. So when I pushed it over, one kind of hopped up over. So it was my hot spots, or it caused more hot spots than normal.
Well, at the end of the day, you came in, you threw down, even
Oh,
though you
yeah,
didn't get
fuck
the
yeah.
dub, you showed out, bro, and that's what matters, because not many people want to come in and do one of these. You know what I mean? Take some guts to show up for a build off.
Yeah,
Dude, not even
100%.
that. Like, not many people get the dub over Sean. Like, James and I have a dub. We've went against Sean so many times, and I still think we have one each. Like, that's not very good odds. Like, that's
Here's-
probably like 5% chance that I've won. Maybe.
I
that.
mean, I've literally beaten AJ Holland and Coil Turd, people who have sat there at conventions and just installed into their own into addies for like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people a day. I don't know how I can be that fast, because let's face it, right? When I beat Turd, it was by mere seconds. You
know what I think's going on, guys? This is a little bit of a conspiracy here. I think when Sean builds, he turns his camera on to like 1.5 speed. You know what I mean? So, like, we think he's, just going really fast, but in reality, it's just his camera. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, high-speed camera creates slow motion, not fast motion.
Well, either way, you know what I fucking mean, Sean, all right? It's fucking semantics at this point, bro, all right?
Yeah. So the real conspiracy is that I'm actually doing these extremely fast and then recording them before the show, and you're actually just watching me in a well-timed video clip.
Or you know what he does, bro, is he gets to a certain point in the build on the recorded side, and then once he gets to that point, he switches over real quick to where you can't tell. You know what I mean? Like a real quick, like you know what I mean? Like just real quick, and then all of a sudden he's back, and he's already got one built, and he's just putting liquid in it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's already built, wicks set up on the table, and just literally just a quick little, and then all of a sudden he's screwing it down, and it's so fast we don't see it.
His transition game is on point.
Yeah.
Game
well, let's be honest. Sean does know his way around Sony Vegas, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I do got some film experience. That being said, it would be very difficult to do live.
Country Boy, I have not heard any news on when it's going to be released, but I am definitely very curious on Kent's new RDA, and I'll definitely be grabbing one for sure.
Is there a name? Is there
No,
a public name yet?
I don't think there's any public name or anything. We just
And
know
is
that
like
it
a
exists.
traditional Twisted Messes, like he's going to be fronting it.
Well, yeah, it's like a
he's-
Twisted Messes RDA, but it's not like anything he's done before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big thanks to everybody in chat for the props on the time.
Yeah, I just want I want you to know, dude. There's enough people that were believing in you. Like the vote was actually way closer than I honestly felt like it should have been. But that obviously shows that like you got a little bit of respect. I think that you got like 40% thought that you were gonna be able to pull it off. So, I mean, that's something. You were almost at the public vote.
Okay, so maybe it does have a name, but we're not sure what it is. But I will say this. I have seen it. It is a pretty interesting and different RDA from, things that we've seen from Kent in the past.
I've seen it as well.
And it looks like it's going to be a really solid vape. You know what I mean?
Kev, just spread that fake news. The TM5 cubed squared.
I'm for that name. It's not long.
He forgot the Pro Series.
Yeah. Well, that's later.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that's the second. That's
the
like
next
the
drop.
1.5 instead of the 1.5. It's the Pro.
Exactly, because Kent's a good businessman.
Yeah,
and understands that you don't call it a 1.5.
It's the TM triangle. Nice one, J Blaze.
Dude, I honestly, if somebody made a triangle shaped vape, like a triangle shaped Addy, I might be dumb enough just to buy it to try it. Just because I'd have to know.
All right.
I could never do that, Mallory. That would never happen. You shouldn't even be thinking that. I'm a big old teddy bear.
All right. So, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about that time that we take. Oh, well, let's end this poll. I didn't end the poll. Poll was right though, with the 60% leaning towards Sean, 42. That's a pretty good, split there.
Yeah, Chris was
You know
right
what I
on
mean?
there. 40% is
That's good, because
That's,
there's
like,
been plenty of
respectable.
times when I've been in here and it's me and somebody else, and I get like 10% of the vote. So it's nice to see
Been
you
there.
get some love, bro. You know what I'm
Been there,
saying?
for
It's
sure.
good to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
some people showing out for Georgia Boy, because I definitely could use some support in my build-ups. But that's besides the
yeah,
point.
he might have taken home a few more dubs
Yeah,
if y'all
yeah,
just believed in him.
yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
Where were you guys?
yeah,
Yeah,
It's his goddamn channel.
Yeah.
Check the name on the YouTubes.
Actually, to be honest though, like there's been times that I got way too much credit. So like, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's that time that we take a little break here. Go up, maybe stretch your legs, grab a beverage, do what you got to do. Because, of course, Sean, you know what time it is. And what do we do during this time?
Oh, my friends. Envelop yourself in the goodness. And remember to inhale the good shit and exhale the bullshit.
Let's get shit-faced.
It's a shit.
Shit face.
And we're back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your shed time break, because I know I sure as hell did.
Yes, sir.
I'm back. I'm back.
I just gotta say, if you don't enjoy it, you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? That's all I've got to say.
Right.
That's yeah. I mean, as the homie, not the real Gerard Butler said, it's whatever you make it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Speaking of shed time,
Yeah, check out the podcast. And if you want
Yeah.
one of those dope t-shirts that Sean's wearing there, you can go over there to Oink Squad
Yeah,
and use the
Oink
code
Squad.
Shed Time. Get you a little discount and a t-shirt. Maybe you want a
Yeah.
Shed Time Mega Bowl t-shirt. They're over there.
Yeah, we still have to earn ours. Fuck.
yep. But ours will be champion shirts.
Yeah.
Dude, when Vandal was
'cause
wearing that, I was like, what the hell?
We are
dude?
gonna,
I
dude. Maybe
know.
we should
Burnt
set
me.
that up for maybe the next week or two. Another
Yeah, dude, at
Mega
some
Bowl
point, for sure.
with like I said, the old shed head crew of Kevin K, Effin Delight, and good old punk rock Silver Fox. I think that'd be fun. But with that being
Oh,
said, guys,
yeah.
it's time for us to play a game. Of course, I forgot to put a poll in the chat during the shed time break because I was taking a shed time break. So with that being said, we're just gonna go ahead and pick a game. What do I want to pick here?
I was gonna run a poll, but I got shed timed.
This is a
I got
fact.
it down.
Well, we did that
Now that
last
song
week.
stuck in my head. Thanks, Sean.
Did that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm always good for throwing the earworms out there.
You know what? Let's
Sad.
go with
I can just put on music and I'm good.
let's just do that.
Yeah, it's like turn Scarlet Begonias on. How's that not gonna get instantly in my head?
You know what? Even though we did something kind of on these lines last week, we're gonna do something a little different this week. We're gonna go
Listen,
for
Chris.
a
Don't stop believing.
take it or leave it is what we're gonna play tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I know we did bump it or dump it last week, but this time we're gonna do a take it or leave it. And what do you guys think we should do here? Or we could even go taste it or
I'm
waste
down
it
for
too.
like what?
Can't leave is my favorite.
Man, something popped in my head. And I'm gonna try to develop it real quick here.
I love it. Chris is always good for a good take it
Okay.
or leave it subject.
I mean, whether or not you like this, we can just pass after. If not, I'm gonna say pet names. And when I say that, I don't mean like what you call like someone you're intimate with. I mean like an animal that you take care of, like pet names. Because I feel like there's like I'm pretty hard line when it comes to pet names. Like some I'm just like, no, I would never do it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, by all means, make another suggestion. That's just like the first thing that popped in my brain.
I love how random that is.
I
Dude,
know
what-
it's
You're
random enough to where
surprised? It's me.
it's so random that I was like, I didn't know what to think because I was just like, I don't, because there's so many names that I would probably go with.
Okay, Addie's already throwing them out there.
All right, well, let's just go for it then.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. For me, that's like
shout outs
that's a
to
legitimate
Tooney.
thought.
All right, we'll start off with one of his suggestions, and let's go with the good old generic Duke. Take it or leave it. You name your nog. Your nog. Naming your nog. Are you? Do you name your nog?
I have named a nog once, but then they cut me off. They're like, "You've had too much, sir."
Yeah. Okay.
Good catch.
Yeah, mine's name. I named mine Egg. You know.
Egg.
I'm gonna jump in right now. Right. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that I will leave it. I don't know, man. I'm
Duke,
all about
huh?
originality, dude. I'm about originality. I feel like, even though I'm sure that all my animals have not been original, but like ones that I've named, I felt have been fairly original, and that's just not kind of for me. So I'm gonna leave it.
All right. What about you, Georgia boy? Where are you sitting on Duke?
I'm gonna leave it because a lot of my animals that we've had over the years, which not been many, but there's been a couple. I've always named my dogs Ugga 1, Ugga 2, Ugga. Just it's just, it's just
I
a
mean, that's
Georgia
pretty
Bulldog
easy,
thing,
I guess. Until like you don't have one forbidden, you're like, babe, what UGG are we on?
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
All right, Sean, what about you, bro?
I'm gonna leave Duke behind too. At the push comes to shove, I dog, cat, whatever. I'm just not somebody who, when I'm trying to name my animal, would think, yeah, let's name this Duke.
Duke. That just annoys me. Duke, come here, Duke. I don't know. It just annoys me.
The word Duke is short for Dookie. I got to blast a Duke.
I would leave it too, just because like it is one of those ones that's probably just been used over and over and over and over again. That I just like, nah, man. Because I'm kind of like Chris. I like interesting, creative, out of left field names for animals.
Yeah, like just like a little bit less generic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is bizarre. It's like my name's Chris. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, I know, and that's coming from a James, bro. So let's.
I mean, I'm Jeremy, so there's a
all
shit
this
ton
stuff
of Jeremys in the world.
All four of us, bro. That we have probably some of the most used names, but
we just need a Matt. We need a Matt in here.
That's why we want originality, because we got named something so common.
All right,
that's actually probably true.
Sean, why don't you pick one out, dude?
All right. I love this one right here from Ern. Buford T. Justice.
Okay, I'm going to just go real quick. I'm going to say that I'll leave it because, dude, if I'm going to name a dog that, why wouldn't I like do some sort of like dog play on that name? Like, let me be a little bit fucking more cool or like a little bit more interesting. That's the way that I take it. I wouldn't take that fucking name. I'm leaving it.
Buford, bro? Really? Have you ever met a Buford?
No.
Not as a first name, no.
No.
I didn't know if I
have... it had a little bitty dog. Their little teacup dog was named Buford.
Yeah, I can kind of see the humor there, but I still
I think that's why.
I would leave it, bro.
What about you, Georgia boy?
I'm leaving it. That's too many names too.
Yeah.
For a dog.
I would do it, and I'll take it. And it's for me, I hear Buford and I actually think of Carter Buford, the old fiddle player from Dave Matthews who passed away. So if I had a dog, cat, whatever, and I named it Buford, it would probably end up being more towards that line of thinking when I said it. But like if I had to give it a full official name, Buford T. Justice, let's go. It's so goddamn random. I'm about it.
I'm gonna have to backtrack now that you bring that up, because my wife is a big Dave Matthews. Like, she went to 32 Dave Matthews concerts over the years. God, and like, damn. So
wow.
Yeah. So like, that would be something that she would be cool with naming our an animal.
Right. Like, and honestly, like
for
as a bulldog keeper, right? A bulldog named Buford does seem kind of fitting.
Yeah, I could go with Ugga Buford or Buford Ugga. I'd have to have Ugga in there. I know it sounds weird, but
you know what it is, right? Like I have a chinchilla named Q-Tip. I don't call him that.
You just call him Q, right?
I don't even call him that. I call him Boog and Bean. Booger Bean. Like, those are like the things I call him.
Okay.
That's it. Like, Ugga, like, fuck it. Like, you can name the dog anything on paper and he can still be Ugga.
I had a cat named Fred. That was his short name, was Fred. He was a big old fucking cat, but it was short for Freddy Cougar because he had these big old fucking claws.
I had one like that too. We named him Hacksaw, short for Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Nice.
Yo, I just want to like point this out real quick before, I don't know who's next to go, but I just wanted to point this out. Okay, I'm the next one to go. So after I say this, Arn said that he had a 32-pound Pomeranian that was named Buford T. Justice. That is either one rotund or very large Pomeranian. Because like anyone I've ever known,
Wow.
dude, they're like
There's
12
no way
pounds,
it's straight
tops.
Pomeranian, bro.
Yeah, like
There's
they
something
must
else
have
in
like
there.
juiced it. They juiced it for
Something in
sure.
there.
His AKC name was Samuel.
Sorry, I actually know what you're reading. But okay, so SVK vapes. I think he's the one that he put Blaze, like BLAZE. Blaze.
I see where you're going.
I remember
there.
it's not just a dog, it's like an animal.
Yeah,
like,
any
it's
animal,
like
any
a pet. If you got a pet rabbit, it could be that, like, whatever it happens to be.
Yeah, like I'll jump right in. Like I would name an animal Blaze. Absolutely. I could totally like I'm honestly hear me out, Chris. I'm imagining like one of those like big ass black and orange cichlids. The
Oh, a tiger
but,
Oscar?
yeah, a big tiger Oscar. I'm imagining that and naming that Blaze.
No, dude. Blaze is a
Perfect.
red-eared slider, bro. He's a
Blaze is
fucking, he's a
that's
fucking,
He could be
awesome.
that
he's
too.
a
Red
fucking
ear slider,
turtle,
yep.
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that'd be
just
great.
blazing around the fucking tank. You know what I mean?
Wait,
Blaze
time
is
out.
also for your stoner cat.
Yeah,
What
Jeremy,
is
looks good.
What is a tiger Oscar?
Oh,
It's
it's
a
just
fish.
like a really big South
Big ass
American
fish.
cichlid. It like eats other fish. It'd be like the starter fish for
Okay.
you to get fish that eat other
Oh,
fish, if
okay.
like that's
Yeah.
what
Okay.
you're into.
Like in the category of monster fish, as people would call it, like they're like the first monster fish people buy.
They're a tank cracker. But anyways, so back to Blaze. So Sean said that he's down for Blaze. I'm gonna go to Jeremy. I feel like James is still thinking about it. Jeremy,
No, I said-
Blaze.
I gave mine.
You did?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said
Oh, sorry,
Blaze
my
would be
bad.
a fucking red-eared slider, bro.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm taking Blaze. Blaze would be a cool name for several different
Okay.
types of animals.
You're gonna take it also. You know what? I too would take it. Although, like, for some reason, I've heard, and this could not even be true. You know, this is just like one of those things you pick up in your life, and you just assume that it's probably correct. It's like I always heard that dogs, especially, they take to 2-syllable names, better than others. I don't know if that's true because like there's Rex, like that's a big dog name, you know.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I don't know if it's really true, but that's what I heard. That's why I like my dogs that I've named are Otto and Indy.
Oh, that's
two
awesome.
syllables.
My brother's dog's name's Mike.
I like that.
Yeah,
Come here,
see,
Mike.
like I feel like the amount of dog names I've heard that are one syllable is very rare.
I love animals with like human names.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm a big fan of just the randomness of a human name for an animal.
Of just like a generic one like that, or like
Yeah,
if I
like-
ever met a dog named Bob.
Yeah, or a Bill.
Actually, I did know a dog named Bob.
I've met a dog named Bob.
Dude, if you had a dog named Joe, dude, that'd be pretty cool.
Come here, Joe.
Then you're like, hey, Joe.
Or Will.
You just like play
So I say,
Jimi
like,
Hendrix.
Like,
when the
I'd
dog's
love a
out.
dog named Bill. Just
Steve.
Bill.
Ew.
And in the idea
Dude,
of a Hey Joe and playing
okay.
Jimmy, we've done that to a dog in my family.
I've
We had
always-
a dog named Ryder.
I've always wanted to have some sort of pet and name it Carl.
Carl. Nice.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, Carl would be a great turtle name.
Carl could be anything, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true. I'm not like, pigeonholing them.
I wasn't the
like, I feel like
I
a
wasn't
turtle would
always
be
the,
alright.
I wasn't always the best at naming things though. I did
I-
have a hamster named Popcorn.
I love the idea of Carl for a bird that talks, because then teaching a bird to be like, Carl, just seems hysterical to me.
That does actually sound pretty fun.
See, I've never thought that through, Valerian Steele. He said with a C or a K, or with a K or a C. I've never thought about it.
I've actually only been friends with Carl's that was spelled with a K. So to me, when I see with a C, it still throws me off because I've seen it my whole life with a K.
See, I've only ever met Carls with a C. I've never met or encountered
I
a
never
K
knew a
Carl.
Carl.
Really? Dude,
Yeah.
like one of my closest friends. His name's Carl
Yeah, I don't think I've ever known a Carl.
with a K.
Wow.
Anyways, we're getting off
Ow.
track here.
Yeah,
Carl
I don't even know
Winslow.
whose turn it is.
I think it's
Georgia
James
boy.
now, right?
Georgia boys.
Oh, oh
He hasn't gone
Georgia
yet.
boy.
Let's see. I seen one. Let's go with Kevin K here. Footy,
Footy.
Footy.
short for foot long.
I'm gonna have to
So-
pass on footy, bro. Just doesn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna pass in. My reasoning is just I would have to explain it so often.
Yeah,
And,
it
like,
just doesn't, and it just
I'm
doesn't.
just like not down
It
with
just
that.
doesn't roll off the tongue. You know, footy. You know.
Yeah, like
Um,
a name is obvious that it's a dog's name. It's the dog's name. Like you know what I mean? Saying footy, they'd be like, "What did you call it? Footy?" It's yeah.
So here's
Leave
the
it.
thing. There's only one distinct circumstance I'm gonna even enjoy that name. So I'm gonna leave it. But if here's a big if you own a dachshund, a wiener
Yeah,
dog,
but you know.
and you name it Footy, I'm going to laugh at your joke.
Why? Because it's
I
just a
wouldn't-
footstool.
No, because it's a wiener dog and they're about a
So
foot
is it a
long.
foot long?
Yeah.
See,
Oh,
I would name
Like-
him. I would name him Stretch.
Like I would laugh at your joke,
Stretch will be
but
good
I wouldn't
too, though.
do it.
Dude, Stretch is so much better though.
But that's the
And I
thing, right?
will-
The Stretch is predictable. Footy is just dumb.
Nah, I've never met a dachshund named Stretch, bro. I don't think anybody.
I had a family member who had a lot of dachshunds, and there were a couple Stretches. So
I've actually only like that I can remember in my life. The only ones that I remember, one was named Louie, another
Oh.
one was named Zipper. Of Dachshunds
Zipper.
that I've known.
That's a cool.
that's
Ma-
also a
Mallory-
good one for a dachshund.
Dude, Louie
Matt-
though, that dog, like, you know, somebody
Mallory's
love
got a
him,
good one
but,
for a dachshund,
dude, that
too.
dog would just
If
like
I had another name for a
Oh.
dachshund, would be Frank too. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
that actually would be pretty good.
Oh, a dachshund with a human name is perfect.
Well,
to me.
Frank just works too because it's a double entendre. You know what I mean? Not only is it a dog with a
Yeah.
human name, but you know Frank. You know, hot dog.
Yeah, his
you know?
last
Hot
name's
dog,
Furter.
Yeah.
But look, Mallory got a good one too, though. Like I know I just went, but okay, is it cool if I do a second one real quick?
Oh, the lowrider. I've seen that though.
Yeah, the lowrider. I mean,
Yeah,
What,
again,
is that
for
a
a wiener
name?
dog.
yeah,
Yeah,
for a
for a
dog
wiener
is-
dog.
My
Perfect.
where I sit
I'd
though
laugh.
for pet names, I don't like two-part names. Keep it one name.
Okay,
I
that
don't
makes
want
sense.
I don't ever want to have to say two things.
Well,
You know?
but
And I'm
that-
only gonna ever use one anyway. So what's the point of giving it the second one?
he'd be low rider, but yeah, I would call him
Rider.
I'll
rider.
probably call
Rider.
either Rider or I'll just call him Low.
There's your two syllables, Chris. Come here, Lolo.
Yeah.
Low, yeah.
We in
Alright,
low, low.
sorry.
All right. Back to me, I guess. Let's see here.
Yep.
Let's see. Trying to see.
I've never like known that many wiener dogs. I'd like to meet one that's like really athletic and can like just tread around like a backyard.
I like those AKC ones that do like the obstacle courses and shit. And you're like,
yeah, dude, that'd be cool.
How?
I've never seen one that was like really active. I've only seen ones that struggle to go downstairs.
All right. I'm going to go with this one from SVK. He says Dax.
Dax.
Nice.
Hmm.
Like Dax Shepard.
That was
Actually-
exactly where my head was
Yeah.
like Dax Shepard.
I could see a very built
Hey,
dog.
a German Shepherd named Dax.
Mm.
You know, Dax Shepard. I see where someone could do that. That's kind of funny.
I seen a police dog get retired because they did it on one of these. It was on a TikTok or something. I did these retired police dogs, and it was Dax. That was pretty cool.
I think that I don't know. I don't dislike it. But it's tough for me to say that I'm gonna take it. I mean, you know what? No, whatever. I'm gonna take it. I don't think that that's like a bad name. It's like not too. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah. So this is the thing, right? Like if I look at it from a pretense of would I ever think of that as a name I would give any of my animals, I'm gonna leave it. But I'm hearing it and I'm like, I don't hate that. I do like the idea of like you guys are talking about like a dog, like a German Shepherd named Dax. Like I wouldn't be like weirded out by it. I would never think of it. So I'm gonna go with leave it.
All right. We all answer on that one. So I think it's back to Sean then.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, Dax the Destroyer. That does have a great ring, Mallory.
It's like
I'll give
Drax,
you
but
that.
dropping the R.
Oh,
Dude, that's like
man.
the full name. It's like I think that like some registered dogs get like crazy
Oh
full
yeah,
names.
our dogs have
Mhm.
like 3 names, but we only use one.
Yeah, I remember
on their
like
paper.
Otto was like had the weirdest name, dude. I wish I could remember what it was, but it was like Otto was in it, but it was like by invitation only or some shit. I was like, what the fuck does this even mean?
Sometimes it has to do with like if you're getting them papered. Sometimes you keep part of like the lineage, like they're so like the father.
Yeah,
or
no,
the
I think that
mother.
that's what it was because
Yeah.
yeah, he has like all of his papers. He was expensive, so he was like 3 times as much money as Indy. He's like a show dog offspring.
Yeah, show animals can get really crazy.
Yeah, I just
Here's
wanted a like nice dog. That's all, and I got it. I would have paid fucking honestly 10 times for that dog, easy.
People pay like tens of thousands of dollars, like not tens of thousands, but up to $10,000 for descendants of the Ugga to put the dog that's the Georgia Bulldog mascot. People pay big
I
money for to have a bloodline of him.
I believe it. So I got one right here from SVK Vapes, and it's Chewy.
I've known so many dogs and like other animals growing up named Chewy, bro. Not only that, but I've known a lot of people named Chewy.
I
Really?
believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Hispanic name.
Yeah, it's like a
So
nickname.
Oh,
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave Chewy, bro. I could see certain breeds, like dog breeds, kind of have like maybe a little bit of a Wookiee look, so Chewy would work. But I think I'd pass on that one.
yeah, I think that I'd probably pass. I think that I'm gonna leave it. I don't think that I'm going to. I don't think I'd use it. I don't think I would enjoy like an animal lasting with that name. And I obviously would not want to have an animal and it not last. So for me, I'd leave it.
what about you, George boy?
Yeah, I'm leaving the Chewy name. I'm definitely leaving the Chewy.
See, I'm gonna take it. And honestly, it's not because of the Star Wars angle. It's actually because of the Simpsons. Because there's one joke in the Simpsons where Homer introduces his new friend's dog to the family and he says, "This is their dog Chewy. It's a Mexican Chewy, not the Star Wars Chewy." And so that would be entirely why I would take it, because of that joke, because of that reference.
All right, so that was yours, Sean. So
Yep.
back to Chris.
All right, I'm gonna go from J Blaze Coils, Kuma, Kuma,
Kuma.
Kuma. I almost like have a feeling that that's their animal's name, but Kuma. Anybody taking that?
I'm thinking about it.
So
No,
Yeah.
you're good.
I like it. I think I would take it, honestly. Like if in this perspective, I'm thinking like if I were to go to like say, a dog breeder and they're like, yeah, and this is Kuma, and that was the dog I liked and I wanted to take home, like I wouldn't think to myself, I'm gonna change that name. I think I would live with like
Honestly, J Blaze, when I hear the name Kuma, I think of a chow.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we were thinking the exact same.
Because
I
that's
swear
what
to
he
God, we
said.
were
He
thinking-
said
yes.
I had a chow named Kuma, and that's instantly what I pictured when I heard the name.
That's crazy. We were just literally like thinking the same thing.
It would be.
friends.
It's a perfect name for
I
a
swear.
chow. But yeah, I would take it. I like that.
Would either you, James or Jojo way? Did you guys take Kuma?
I
You know
could
what?
take
I might
Kuma.
rock with it because it's different, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's definitely
I can see that. I can see that. I too. I think I would take it. I had no. My brain did not go to Chow at all, but my brain just went to like Kuma and like how I could probably. Like I don't even know if that would be like a deal with situation. I think I'd like it.
Yeah.
All right, Georgia boy, back to you.
Same one. Where did it go? Let's see. All right, here's one. Wolfie.
And
Aaron says
just
Wolfie.
just for quick reference, Kuma is Japanese for bear.
Oh,
Makes sense
okay,
why
that
a
makes
chow would
sense.
be named.
So
Kuma.
exactly, it totally makes sense why that would be a name for a chow.
Oh, and it was the bear, the panda in Street Fighter 2. That is correct. Now that you say that, it makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it was.
So Wolfie,
Yeah, Aaron said Wolfie.
I'd probably pass on Wolfie. Just here's the thing: every single dog in my house, all of their names end in the E sound. So, like anytime I think of an animal name now, I want it to end with anything other than the E sound.
That makes sense.
You know
That
what I
makes
mean?
sense.
Because it's
Yeah.
we've got Gracie, Lily, Maggie, Honey. We have one that isn't, and it's Darla. But like all of them, even like our first one, her name was Haley. You know what I mean? So they all end in that E sound, and I'm like, it's a fucking astonishing that they know their names, because if you don't understand English and you just hear everything ending in E, you're gonna think you're being talked to every single time. But they know their names. They know the difference. It's crazy.
Dogs are
But they
smart.
do.
Dogs are smart.
But anyways, yeah, I'm out on Wolfie.
Yeah, I think that I'd definitely leave it. I just I don't really like it enough to be like, yeah, I'm gonna commit to this name. Not leaving it.
I'll take Wolfie, and this would be in that pretense of it had to be like a German Shepherd kind of a dog, right? It has to be a dog that sort
Or
of
a
resembles a
wolfhound.
wolf. Yeah, or
Or
a
like a
wolfhound.
Siberian Husky.
You know, something like that. And then, obviously Wolfie's what I'm gonna call him, but he's gonna technically be Wolf. Like, come here, Wolfie, let's go. So I'll take it.
I'm gonna pass. It just seems like it's a very common dog name, and then to me, that's an animal owner that's taking the easy way out than putting some thought into this animal that you're bringing into your home's name. Put some thought into it.
All right, so back to me. This will probably be the last round here. I'm gonna go in it with another one from Jay Blaze Coils. He just dropped in. Spuds McKenzie.
Yes, taking it. I'm calling them Spuds,
Dude.
and people are gonna immediately know what it is, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I don't care
Spuds.
what animal it is, bro. Spuds,
Yep.
dude.
Yeah,
I'm doing it.
That's hilarious.
I'm with it too.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, dude, I like it, Spud. I like Spuds also.
Even,
I think that's good.
I'll even say the Mackenzie too. That's the two-parter that I'll take. I'll take the Spuds. Oh, that's a good old Spud. Hey, Spuds McKenzie. Hey,
Or Mac, you call him Mac for short.
Spud Mac.
Spud Mac. Wasn't there a dog that was like
S Mac over
S
here?
Mac?
Spud Mac.
Wasn't there a dog that was in like the media back in the day that was
Spuds
called Spud?
McKenzie. Yeah, Spuds McKenzie was the Bud Light dog back in the day.
Yes, the Bud Light. That's where I remember it from.
Yep.
The Bud Light dogs.
Yep. I can't remember the breed of that dog, but he's such a cool dog.
Yeah, he was like he was almost didn't have a flat nose, but he had a very short nose.
Yeah, he's got a very weird shaped head, and it makes him a very cool, unique dog. I have a friend of mine who owns one.
It was the Budweiser dog from the 80s with
Yep.
Spuds McKenzie. So
I wonder what kind of breed that dog was, because
he
that
said it was
very
a Saint
unique
Bernard.
No, it
He
was
said it
not
was
a
a
Saint
Saint
Bernard.
No,
Isn't that what he
It
says
was-
though?
it was
No.
white, and it had a white patch on his eye, didn't he?
Yeah,
Sean had like-
he had
had
a
white-
dark patch.
Oh,
or
so
white.
it could be like a Newfoundland dog.
Hold on, we're gonna
He
Google
was
this
was
right
he a
now.
pit bull?
It looked like a pit bull, but he looked more like
Oh, a bull terrier.
a
there
bull.
he
That was
is.
it. Bull
A
terrier.
bull
that's it.
terrier.
That's what I was
Oh, like
saying.
Don Cherry's dog.
Yeah, bull terriers are cool.
Yeah.
For anybody that knows who Don Cherry is, my bad.
Oh,
Forgot
yeah.
that this is in Canada only.
So
up
it
here.
sounds like we're all in on Spuds.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Love
in.
it.
I'm in.
All right, Sean, back to you. Last round.
All right, I liked this one from Ern that was a little earlier. Misha.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump in and I'm gonna leave that. Like I've known like women named Misha throughout my life. Like I went to a school with like a girl that was named Misha for like 10 years. So to me it's kind of weird. And that's the only reason why. Like if I like the names that are like old or like nobody I've been friends with is really called. Like we had a dog named Milton. I thought that was a fresh name. And he was
I
like this
love
like a little
that.
Jack Russell with a beard. It was actually legit.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for Misha, yeah, I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah, it's not jumping out at me, man. There's not like I can't like put a pet to the name. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these, like I instantly hear the name. I'm like, oh, I could name this, that. You know, Misha. Think I'm out.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it just because it's the first girly dog name that we've had. If I had a girl pet, whether it be a dog or a cat, I'd call her Misha.
See, and I'm gonna take it as well because one of my favorite cats I've ever owned was a Russian Blue. And if I had a female Russian Blue, Misha would be the perfect name for her. But yeah, that cat I owned was named Buddha because he was fat and he liked to, you know, hang out while we shed timed. So Buddha just made sense.
I just saw this from Jay Blaze in reference to the bull terrier. He says, like a prehistoric Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Kinda, dude.
Misha means little teddy bear in Polish. Aaron
Honestly,
says.
you know what? They would be a bull terrier would be like a T-Rex, and a Jack Russell would be a Velociraptor. Because they're vicious as fuck.
I've
But
never known
you need a
terriers
crew
to
of
be
them
vicious,
to take
though.
you out.
Yeah. Imagine this. And this is the dog that we had, and it was the only dog I was never allergic to. It was pug and American bulldog mixed. But the only characteristics of the pug, it was the body size, so like a miniature American bulldog, stocky and.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting pug mixes. But anyways, Chris.
All
your
right.
choice, bro.
This one's from John Vigliotti, and it's Maverick.
Maverick.
Yeah, Maverick.
I could see a Maverick. Mav for short.
All right.
I'll take Maverick, bro.
Okay, we got to take.
Yeah.
Sean, you got some feelings.
I think I'm gonna take Maverick as well because I'm thinking like, especially like if I had the right type of dogs, like I can see a handful of different dog breeds that like would have that energy and personality where I'd be like, Maverick is a perfect name for you. So yeah, I'll take it.
Georgia
Georgia
boy.
boy.
Nah, I'm passing on that one. That's
Oh, he's gonna leave
Dude,
it.
I feel like
Okay.
I'd name a bird Maverick.
Dude,
That'd be
like
cool.
as for Maverick, I 100% would take that name. And like the minute I heard it, I'm like, Maverick. And then I also thought, like Sean, I was like, oh, what kind of dog would Maverick be? And I kind of felt like it would be any sporty dog. Like that, any sporty
Yeah.
dog. Like I could have another Australian Shepherd and name it Maverick. That'd be legit.
I
Um,
agree.
But see, the one thing is that I would then I would force my own hand, and I would have to get another dog.
Yeah.
And that dog would be named Goose.
What?
Like that would have to happen.
Yeah. What Rocco said. He would be a bird dog or a duck dog for sure. Maverick.
Yeah,
would be a duck
dude,
dog,
you could be a working
100%.
dog, and I feel like any
It'd be
working dog.
It'd be a hunting dog.
Yeah,
For sure.
it just has to be a dog with a high energy level.
Some,
Dude, if
sort,
I was like
some
a
sort of
cowboy-
retriever or something, maybe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like if I was a cowboy and I went out in the field with like a couple of indies, right? Like a couple of dogs like him, and one was named Maverick. I think that would be a fucking great dog, and he would bring the cows exactly where you need to go.
Yeah, there you go. Maverick would be a Labrador, and Goose would be a retriever for sure.
See,
I
feel
love
like
that.
I was thinking even like
Or swamp.
like what would be a good goose, and it would be just like a goof dog. Like that's for some reason I think it'd be like a goofy dog.
Or some sort of terrier.
I'm over terriers. I don't like them.
I could see a Cocker Spaniel being named Goose because they're kind of.
Oh.
I've always known Cocker Spaniels.
Nah, dude, I'm thinking like a Mastiff or like something like that.
Or a Rot.
Your
Rottweiler?
Great
Yeah.
Dane is named Goose.
Dude, okay, no, you got Maverick, which is a sporty dog, and then you got a Newfoundland named Goose.
Yes, exactly.
This is this big old bear of a dog.
Irish wolfhound.
Yeah, a Tibetan Mastiff or something. Fucking
The Chow.
a mean looking motherfucker named Goose. All right.
See, I'm the opposite. I would consider naming a small dog Maverick just out of spite, like a little Chihuahua. This is Maverick.
Maverick fits a Chihuahua's personality all day.
Yeah, last one right here from Georgia Boy. What do you got, bro? What are you gonna pick?
Let me get back.
Okay, while you're picking, I want to read this comment from Rocco.
Okay.
Who says, I have a Roddy. His name is Rebel. He's dumb as a brick. I'm sorry, Rebel. You have a very mean owner. But go ahead, Jeremy.
How about Little Gurr?
Little
Oh,
Gurr.
from Lil Gur.
Yeah, Will.
I'll tell you
Little
what,
Gurr.
she deserves the fuck out of that name, bro, because that's all she fucking does.
He's very vocal. There's definitely no doubt about that.
I'm
Vocal
gonna
as fuck.
take Gurr.
I'll answer for my sister, and she would 100% name a pet Gur, because Gur is her favorite character from Invader Zim, and yeah.
Yep, and that's the same reason I would take it. Is I would name a pet because of Gurr from Invader Zim. A little Gurr would just make me chuckle and smile every time. Like, what's up, Gurr? Come here.
No,
I mean,
actually,
it's
that's
just
true.
unique.
Where you guys sit, Georgia Boy, Chris? You
Go,
guys
Chris.
taking it?
Yeah, no, I would definitely do it. I would drop the little, right?
And just
Because
na- yeah, I'd just name it
regardless of the
Gurr.
size, but it just Gurr. I mean, yeah, I'd take that. Like, I legit think that'd be a pretty decent name, and it'd be funny for like whenever you told people the name, kind of get a little bit of a reaction for sure.
All right, Georgia.
Jeremy,
Boy.
how about you?
Yeah, I'm taking it just for it's unique. It's not a very common name for it. I think it's pretty cool. Like, it's
All right.
badass. Gurr.
All right, one last speed round, just off the top of my head. Rufus.
All right,
Oh yeah, I'm taking a Rufus.
100%.
I'm not. I'm gonna leave it.
All right, Georgia Boy.
I'm gonna take it because I would name a cat Rufus.
I'd take it too, but I wouldn't name a dog Rufus. I would legit get a naked mole rat and name it Rufus.
Naked
bro.
mole rat? Or one of those, like, naked cats?
Yeah.
No, a naked mole rat, fucking deep cut, bro. Disney Channel kid growing up, Kim Possible, dude. And
shit,
her
she
best
had to-
friend had a little pet named Rufus, and he was a naked mole rat, bro. They're ugly as
right.
shit, and I actually really wouldn't want one, but I would just do it just to do it. You know what I mean?
You
See,
do it
like,
just for the name.
I
Just for the shock
like
value.
I like Uncle Chris's thought though, like the naked cat, the Sphinx.
Oh, dude,
named Rufus. Oh,
I had an
love that.
ex-girlfriend whose roommate had one, and oh, they creep me out, dude. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't like them. I don't like them. Don't like them.
I feel bad for them. They
They're
gotta walk
creepy,
around
man.
naked everywhere.
Exactly.
Not
Dude.
close.
No decency, bro.
Yeah.
But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's gonna wrap up tonight's episode. Crazy throwdown between Sean and Georgia Boy. Sean beating his time once again, sub 2 minutes this time. Georgia Boy coming in sub 4, putting down a decent time. Kudos to you, my friend, for showing out and just, coming in. Because not a lot of people are doing it. Of course, like we said, we're going to set one up shortly with Uncle Chris and Mr. Kevin K once they figure out whatever they want to throw down in. Of course, there'll be another one coming up soon as well with the Scream Green and the old Type 2 as soon as we get that scheduled out. And then, of course, we're going to try to get another Shedhead Mega Bowl going with Kevin K, Ryan, and Will at some point. And we've talked about it, so hopefully we can try to knock one of those out here at some point as well. Other than that, I think it's time we wrap this up as we normally do. Shout out to you once more, Georgia Boy. Anything you want to say or plug or anything like that?
Thanks for having me. Love all you guys, all y'all in chat. Y'all are all great friends, and shout outs to Sean, bro. Like under 2 minutes. Fuck, bro, that's quick.
Hell yeah, dude. So, Chris, over to you, man.
Yeah, no. So Georgia Boy, good on you for calling out like the champs. And you did honestly, man, you did really well.
Thanks.
I want to just give you a little bit of applause for that. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Chat as always moved along, helped us out, had some real good suggestions. Some people have some different names that they would call dogs, or I don't know, it was interesting just to see what people's dogs' names were that we're dropping in there. So thank you for that. Yeah, check out the ShedTime podcast. Just go check it out, shedtimepodcast.com. You can listen to the podcast on there. You can check out stuff like links to our Patreon, past guests, all sorts of different things like that. So, I mean, it'd be awesome if you guys did that. I think that, we're still on a little bit of the break going on for mixing it up, so you can't check me out doing that. But you can certainly check me out every Friday night here and whenever you want on the ShedTime podcast. So I think that that's it for me. Everybody be safe. Have a good week. Sean, take it away.
Well, shit. First and foremost, I'm just going to say Addie just dropped the eliquidrecipes.com link for Uncle Chris's page there. So if you want to see some of the work and learn from him and, maybe take some of his examples, go check that out and then go watch some of those reruns, You can always watch the replays on those Mixing It Up episodes and learn some gems from those boys. But after that, I'm going to say big shout out to Georgia Boy, because let's be honest, nobody calls me out, especially right after a build off is finished. So that was cool as shit. I've looked forward to this the whole time, and I'm glad that you just stepped up and you gave it your all. And I can't wait to have you back and do another one on something else. Like I said, we're gonna have to have you back and do all 4 of us on something so we can really see where you stand and shake up amongst the whole crew. But yeah, great job. Shout out to you for just taking on the gauntlet. And it shows you guys out there. It's nothing to fear, really, right? It's all in fun. So, if you got a webcam and you want to build something with us, come on and do it. It's a whole lot of fun. So with all of that, yeah, check out ShedTime podcast. Just like it's already been said, it's super fun. We've been getting a lot of feedback from people who are just falling in love with it, man. Like, it's pretty cool to get this kind of feedback from some people that, like, they're not part of our community. They don't know our mannerisms, our euphemisms, and they're digging it. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And yeah, with all of that, I'll bring it to a close like I always do and say, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is you do, just try and have some fun.
Absolutely. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, is that time of the week to drop another little bit of some words of wisdom for you guys, some food for thought for you guys to think about over the weekend. My favorite segment, it is time for Confucius Say. And today, my main man, Mr. Confucius, has got it. He's got a good one, guys. Today, Confucius Say, the only thing divorce proves is whose mother was right in the first place.
Oh my God. Wow.
Damn, deep cut.
Mic drop.
Yep. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us. We really do appreciate each and every one of you Shedheads that come and hang out with us every Friday. Without you guys, the show wouldn't be possible. And once again, we are looking for open call-outs from anybody that wants to come in and challenge us. Of course, we got, Kevin and Chris going head-to-head here soon. And, whoever else wants to come on, it'd be a lot of fun. Another Shedhead Mega Bowl in the future, and just other cool stuff. So stay tuned for next week. We'll see you guys then. And with all that, check out the podcast, as always, over at shedtimepodcast.com. And yeah, gonna send out all those positive vibes, crisp high fives, and as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads. Bye!